Welcome to Think Big with Dan and Qasim. Join hosts Dan Melnick and Qasim Masood as they explore big ideas, limitless possibilities, and engage with visionaries, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders who dare to dream big, get inspired, motivated, and find practical tips for personal growth. Think big, dream bigger, and ignite your potential.
Welcome to the Think Big with Dan and Qasim. Today, our guest is Stefano. Stefano, how are you doing today?
Perfect. Thank you for having me, guys. Very excited to be here.
You're welcome. Awesome. So let us know where you live and what you do.
Yeah, so I live currently in Palm Beach. I'm originally from Argentina, but I'm living in Palm Beach. I have a couple of marketing agencies. A year ago, I started helping a friend building a fulfillment company in China. It's called ShipWithMina or Mina. So what we do mainly is try to find brands that are in that point that they need to turn into a real brand and scale, just take things to the next level. So we're the only 3PL, because we do sourcing, we do fulfillment like almost everyone in China. But the thing that we have different is that we are the only 3PL in China with product development. And that's how like our major asset.
Awesome. So let me know what hats you are wearing at this point, because a founder may wear a lot of hats, may have a lot of responsibilities. So what are your core responsibilities?
Right now, it's mostly testing marketing strategies to get clients. We've been struggling a little bit at the beginning with the quality of the leads. As you know, e-commerce is very mainstream. There's a lot of ways of doing it, like drop shipping, Amazon, a TikTok shop, people investing a lot of capital to start brands. There's a lot of ways of doing it. So maybe just testing strategies, trying to get high quality leads. I feel like maybe now we kind of like cracked the formula a little bit for that. But at the beginning, we tried a lot of things. The quality of the leads was very low. And now we're focusing mainly on big stores and on X. Because since we have the product development part, so I don't know if you're familiar more or less with how product development is in China.
Not in China, but yeah, I do have experience in US, but not in China.
Okay, so for the audience to know. So product development seems like something very easy that you can do it abroad and you just like hit up someone on Alibaba and they can develop your product, but it's not like that. Of course, if you're doing, for example, let's say a supplement, right? So normally a supplement, you change one ingredient, that's a new formula, that's a new supplement, you have a new product, right? And you can build a whole round big brand with an innovative product just by changing one ingredient. But when you're developing more complicated things, especially things that have tech, normally, for example, you need one person to develop the mold. You need one person to develop the tech, one person to develop the case. Well, not one person, like one manufacturer, right? So you need to put all these different pieces of the puzzle together to bring them to one product. So that's what you need someone to do that for you in China, unless that you're local or unless that you're very educated and you speak Chinese, because a lot of these manufacturers, they don't even speak English. How they discovered this insight is that we were seeing like there were a lot of clients that they will go to. Are you familiar with Canton Fair? So Canton Fair, So this is like this big like fair that they present. Everyone presents their new products and everything. So a lot of people in e-commerce, normally they go looking for these new products, innovative products, right? And then they realize that most people there are resellers. And then maybe they meet some companies there, and when they go to their, let's say, factories, they realize that they're just assembling companies. They don't manufacture, they don't have any patents, they don't have anything, they're just assembling. So that's something that we heard from a lot of clients. Me, I do e-commerce myself too, so I have a lot of friends. I have a big network on e-com. So that's when we realized that it was very hard for people from outside China to develop let's call it a complicated product. Even if you go there, not just online, right? Like not like from another country, but even like going there, investing in going to China, going to Canton Fair. So that's how we came with the idea that since we started as a tech company, and we started developing the AI machineries that today warehouses use to fulfill orders automatically, that now they have AI integrated. The company started doing those machines, and then we started our own warehouses. So we did have an in-house teams of engineers, and we're very familiar with product development. We were like, okay, like there's a big gap in the market for all these people that want to develop products and they don't know how to start. They think they can do it with Alibaba. We heard a lot of stories of people that even like getting scammed, not getting scammed, but a lot of people like overpromise, right? I say like, yeah, we can do it. And they charge and then they can't deliver the product. They don't give back the money, or maybe the quality of the product is not what the client wants. So after hearing about a lot of stories like that, we decided to why don't we just build a company a little bit around that for people that are looking for that.
Sorry to interrupt you over there, but do you think in this case, when you're working with China, is it important to visit China frequently as well? Because I believe there will be a lot of challenges while working remotely in this case. While you already know that there are many vendors who even can't speak English, and in this case, obviously, you need someone who is good with the English and Chinese both. So, like, what are the difficulties in it? Because this is something very important to understand for other entrepreneurs, because I have seen many people got scammed. Like on Alibaba, I have seen many vendors who made millions of dollars via Alibaba, but there are still many other people who got scammed as well.
Yeah. So challenges. Our whole company is based in China. Our CEO and our leader, he's in Canada. He goes to China all the time, maybe like once a month. I normally don't travel that much because I'm just more focused on the US market. So normally I travel inside the US. 10 days ago, I was in New York for an event, visiting some clients. This week I have to go to Tampa. So normally I'm more here than there, but our whole team is there. And like the challenge from my side that I can tell you is it's just the time difference. So normally I work at night because, I'm very pro. I don't know how to say it, but like the team has to be active at the same time zone. We tried doing it. And I even tried with my marketing companies, just trying to do everyone at its own time. But I feel like everything is much more efficient if the communication just flows different if we're all active at the same time. So for me, it's just the time difference. And at the same time, a lot of our clients are pretty active during the night because I feel like during the day they're operating. Like after like 6, 7, 8, normally they start taking care of these new projects, right? So normally that's something that surprised me is that mostly our clients start answering and being more active with us like after 6, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. And normally at that time already people in China are active. So we're lucky in a way. I wasn't expecting that. So yeah, like rather than that, it just flows very smoothly.
Got it. So just for more understanding, who are your ideal clients?
My ideal clients?
Yeah.
We have a lot of people, like product development is perfect for Amazon and now people doing TikTok shop since, without innovation, you don't have much of a product, Mm-hmm. So if you want to do big numbers, you need to innovate somehow, even if it's just changing something little. So we have like these ideal customers that are the TikTok shop, Amazon developing. And then we are getting a lot of big brands. We have like 3 big brands that want to develop new products. And maybe sometimes they're manufacturing in Europe or in the US and they want to move it to China. And then we also have a lot of people that start like doing drop shipping and then they start buying inventory, a lot of young people doing very big numbers. And then they want to transition like from that maybe generic Alibaba product. Maybe they sold it, they did like 7, 8 figures with the product. They sold it over a high season. And then for the next year, normally they want to innovate and like start building more of a real brand. It's also like our free ICPs more or less. The Amazon, the TikTok shop people, the big brands that, they need like a partner in China to take care of them and develop a new product. Or maybe they want to like do samples of a product they're already manufacturing in Europe and the US and they want to see the quality in China. And then all these young people doing e-com, doing big numbers. Most of them, they start drop shipping and then, they want to take it to the next level.
Yeah. So you are involved in the manufacturing process. You are involved with your clients, you're involved in manufacturing process, in inventory process, and in the sales process as well. Or like you are more on the behind, like you are managing the manufacturing and inventory system.
No, just fulfillment. Until fulfillment. We do have our own warehouses in the US and in Europe. We have 3 warehouses in the US, warehouses in Europe. Then we're partner with warehouses in other countries like Australia and important countries, big markets. And we have more than 15 warehouses in China. So we have a very big structure. Yeah, and the good thing is like since we have our warehouses in the US, especially because most of the market is in the US, we have the whole fulfillment process streamlined. And that's also one of the benefits that we have. Since a lot of companies, for example, they just partner. No, they have they're a company in China, maybe they partner with a fulfillment center in the US. That's actually what we do in other countries. But of course, that brings, like, it just slows everything because the decisions, there's more people involved. So since we own our own warehouses in the US, we can streamline the whole process. That's why, for example, for people doing that, like TikTok Shop, Amazon, that they want a faster fulfillment, we can do that. They don't need to find another warehouse in the US, or we're not like partnering with someone that still has a lot of value, but it's just like everything is faster. Let's say from your idea of the product, we bring that to life. And then until the last mile to your customer, in whatever country he is, like we can fulfill from China or we can fulfill from local warehouses. That depends in normally like how they're selling their products, their margins, and a lot of things like that.
Makes sense. So in this process, in this complete fulfillment process, who are your most ideal customers? Like the ones who are going to start up, like maybe the startup that is in early stage, or they are well established, like where you stand in this case, who you are helping?
Yeah, like in a way, like both.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, we're getting a lot of clients, like I said, that for me, I find them very interested because I'm a big fan of China and how they do things there, and even of the culture and everything. And something that I have a lot of fun is like there is this misconception about quality with China. I feel like maybe like in the 90s, like made in China, in a moment made in China, it wasn't something good,
Yeah, it was meant to be.
Yeah, especially here in the US, there's a lot of misconception. And like there was maybe like in the 90s, majority of things were like low quality. There's still a big industry of low quality products because the world demanded that, and a lot of people even sell that. Like we have clients that sometimes they come and it's like, no, I want like the cheapest quality. And we're like, okay, we don't recommend this because of the price. Like, you can pay a couple cents more and have something better quality. And they're like, no, just like I want the cheapest one. So there is a big market for that. So of course, China has been like the big manufacturer of the world, still manufactures a lot of low quality things. But at the same time, like today, they're just ahead of everyone in tech, in everything, in every industry, especially cars right now, tech, furniture, fashion, like whatever you name it. And they're just on another level. And at the speed they're going, I don't think like the US or anyone can catch up, honestly, at least if they continue doing things like this. They work very hard. They're very smart. So that's something that I enjoy a lot sometimes because people come, of course, they want to lower their costs. Then a lot of them, then they have this surprise that they can manufacture a much better product at a lower price. So those are my favorite ones. And of course, normally it's clients that they already have very high volumes. So they're very good for the company too.
Makes sense. So Stefano, in terms of differentiators, like what are your differentiators? Because I believe there must be some competitors in the market, but what sets you apart from the market?
The most important thing is like our culture as a company. We build this company as, let's call it, your partners in China, right? Like we're not just someone that ships your orders. Mm-hmm. And we literally, even if we don't own a part of your company, we're your biggest partners, because we take care of a big part of all your processes. So we build a company with that culture. And at the same time, of course, if you guys do more money, we do more money too. It's pretty easy. So we have a very strong partnership. So everything that we can do for our brands to scale and take their products to the next level. Even we're very connected with customer service too. So take their customer service even to the next level, their products, their fulfillment. We do it. We have big clients that we offer credit lines. We have the product development. A lot of clients use last mile tracking numbers because they don't want their clients to know that their products come from China. We have that. We have almost like every perk. We have very advanced packaging, branded packaging if you guys want, that a lot of companies don't offer. Most companies, they just offer like a generic packaging. We have a lot of options that normally 3PLs don't have. We own our warehouses in the US, that there's not many companies in China that they own warehouses. We're a few. in the US and in Europe, normally they just partner with someone that brings a big advantage. Because, for example, what we did now with all the tariffs and everything that happened there, what we would do is, are you familiar with the pick and pack cost?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's basically what a warehouse charges you for pick and pack your order, right? So in the US, in China, normally it's like, let's say, call it like 20 cents more or less. In the US is $1.2, $1.3,
more than one, yeah.
even 1.6. It like depends on your volume, depends on your product, depends on a lot of things. When the tariffs hit, what we were doing is we were shipping already the orders packed and in the bundles that they will go. Of course, we had to do all these calculations to see more or less how we will pack them, and in that way, we could waive the pick and pack fee.
Got it.
So that is something that for a company that doesn't own the whole process, it would be very, very hard for them to do it. Like just partnering with someone in the US doing it. So owning your own warehouses in the US, it can save you when these moments are unexpected things like the tariffs hit and your whole product costs $1 something per order is a lot. Maybe some people think that is not much, but with the margins that we work and our clients work, it is a lot of money. This is when like it just gives you like an extra let's say like a security layer, right?
So nowadays, from past few months, many business owners are talking about the tariffs. Many things were going crazy these days, and especially the companies who are working with China, they were pretty depressed on it. So, what was the impact on your business because of the tariffs that we experienced in the last few months?
Yeah, probably the most thing that impacted us, it was that we still don't know what's gonna happen, but just that how you gonna say it? Just our sentability, how to say, like our certain that we don't know what's gonna happen.
Uncertainty.
Yeah, that we don't know what's gonna happen, and clients ask like 3 times a day. And also, for example, in the moment at the beginning when things started, we were looking to maybe ship things from Turkey because we have like very good friends there. When we're looking to ship things from Taiwan too. So it was just every day trying to find new solutions, enter things from Mexico. There's a lot of things. Then we realized that the best thing and the most secure tool for the packages was use our biggest advantage. That was our streamlined process. So basically, I think like just the clients, a lot of clients had to stop fulfilling orders because it got very expensive. For like 1 week, 10 days, it was very expensive to ship. And then they stopped shipping orders. They were waiting until last moment. So they had like massive chargebacks, massive returns, massive customer service reaching out to them. And of course, we're a big part of customer service, even if we're not involved in the process. Fulfillment and customer service, they're talking all day. So yeah, it was more stressful. Luckily, it got partially fixed very fast. But yeah, now we're waiting to see what happens. But we have a lot of options to solve it. We know that whatever happens, we'll find the best for our clients. We're not worried about like how can it impact our business. These things, they always happen. There are always changes, and you need to innovate and turn the page fast.
Yeah, that's great. This is a scenario where your client will be a bit comfortable to work with you because they do have someone who can stand with them. So that's great, obviously. Awesome, Stefano. In fact, that was great conversation. At the end, please give a biggest piece of advice to our audience, and because you are working with China, and many business owners are also working with China, and they face a lot of problems as well. So maybe in this case, you can give an advice that is related to the business owners who are doing business with China.
Basically, there are like incredible products that they're manufacturing there. If you guys are still manufacturing in other clients, you should put an eye there. Whatever industry you're in, it's just top of the game, and what they're doing, even everything like totally like fashion, tech, cars, softwares, they're just put an eye there. Someone wants to reach out to me. I love talking about this. I could talk all day about this. I'm very passionate, and yeah, just put an eye there because they're developing really good products, and if you guys don't get them first, someone else is gonna get them.
Well, Stefan, thank you for the beautiful advice. At the end, please let our viewers know how they can reach you if someone wants to. You can share your website, your social media handles, or whatever you want to share.
Yeah, how do I share my screen, or how do I do it?
You can just spell it, and in the meantime,
Yeah.
when we will upload the video, we will
I can put the links here,
post it.
and then you can put them in the call, right?
Yeah. But right now you can spell it.
Oh, yeah,
in the
it's
video.
so our website is shipwithmina.com.
Easy.
So yeah, very easy. Shipwithmina.com. And then I'm very active on X. I have a decent following there. I don't know my handle because it's like STE dot and a lot of like lower cases. So, but yeah, I can maybe text it to you and you can put it in the video if anyone wants to reach out for me.
Okay.
Any marketing, e-com advice, China. I'm very passionate and I'm a nerd. I can talk for hours. So feel free to reach out to me.
Awesome. Well, Stefano, thank you so much. Like, huge thanks for joining us today. It was good, and I learned a lot of things. Like, I wasn't aware of all these things while working with China, and I hope our audience must get some help out of it. And well, thank you. I wish you best of luck and stay in touch.
You too. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.